the second, that's right, the literal second that you start to believe in the Panthers and think that Bryce Young is doing really, really well, they go out against the Saints as a 5-4 team playing a 1-8 Saints team, and the offense is in shambles, putting up 7 points. Bryce Young has 2 turnovers, and now all of a sudden, a team that looked like they could possibly get to the playoffs is yet again in scramble mode. What is up, Panther fans and fans of the NFL? Welcome to the Lumia Sports Podcast. If you click that channel page underneath the video, you'll come onto this site, and this is what we got. We got videos coming to you guys every single day. Our YouTube lives are where we do our previews and predictions, where we predict the odds for each week. And our playlist, we have every single team. So whether you're a fan of the Panthers or other teams in the NFL, please check these out, man. Go back, see what I got right, see what I got wrong, my old opinions. I try not to flip-flop too much, but I also try to tell it how it is. So if things change. And, oh, look at me. There it is, calling Bryce ice in the clutch. Woohoo! As well as saying that they would keep it close against the Packers. Got that one right. But I also said they would handily beat the offensively challenged Saints. And they were offensively challenged. The problem is they both were. Check these out. Give us a sub. Give us a like. Now back to the episode. Yeah, for the Panthers, that loss really was, it was tough for their playoff chances. Not completely all in out, devastating, but definitely tough, because you got to win games like that against the teams you're supposed to beat. Right now, you win that game, you're sitting at 6-4, and mainly because the NFC is just so crowded. Like the 49ers right now are 6-4 and the 8th seed. The Packers are the 7th seed at 6-3, 5-3-1. And that's huge. If you think about it, the AFC, to give you guys examples, those teams right now, the Jags are in the playoffs. They're at 5-4. So you're in the tougher conference, and you lose that game to the Saints. Oh, ouch. That one is a tough loss. I know it's a divisional game, but yeah, that one just can't happen. Specifically because the team that you beat up there, the Packers, you're not going to get a tiebreaker over them, so you're really putting yourself behind the 8 ball, just now trying to catch up to those teams and then try to maneuver for tiebreaker positions, because teams with a lot of losses just tough to come by, with all of them having 3 basically in the playoffs right now. And when we look at the division-wise, this again, I mean, it could have been there. The Bucs 6-3, you win that game, you're 6-4. You're actually nipping at their heels, having not have played them with an equal division record. But now the division record's going to be a little bit worse. I don't see the Bucs losing to the Saints. And yeah, it just ruined a lot of things, really for the Panthers, and to me, some of their potential playoff hopes for the season. I just got to be honest. And when we look at their schedule, I mean, they fought to get here, right? Like, you come out against the Jags, you lose that game. The Cardinals, that's a tough loss looking back. Kyler Murray Cardinals. You beat Atlanta, then the Patriots smoke you. That's fine. You get some wins. Miami tough, Cowboys tough, Jets tough. I mean, gosh, these don't look great. I just got to be honest, Panthers fans. Then you get smoked by the Bills. That looks even worse. You did beat the Packers. That's cool. But that Saints loss, my God, I mean, if we're being honest, if we really look back at the teams that they beat and the teams they lost to, they kind of feel like a 5-5 football team. They haven't really beaten any good teams. I guess the Packers would be the best team they beat, but the Packers also lost to the Browns. And whenever anyone says the Packers aren't that great, they're like, yeah, they lost to the Panthers and the Browns. So, and I think just having the consistency of a win there would have been huge. Now let's look and see who they play coming up. You get the Falcons. I don't even know anymore, man. That loss, just who am I supposed to expect you to beat? You do play the 49ers. That's big, right? Like, that one is a huge game for your chance to make the playoffs. Then you get the Rams. Yikes. You're not beating the Rams. I'm sorry. No. Then you play the Saints. Then you play the Bucks. You're gonna beat the Saints second time, I think. Then you play the Bucks 2 times in Seattle. I don't know. I think that Saints loss was really, the more I look at it, because you still got 49ers, Rams, Bucks twice, Seahawks. In 5 of these last 7, like, I don't trust them to beat those teams right now. But let's talk about what happened and why I don't believe in them. You guys know what time it is. Comment of the week. We scour our comments section, reading up and down. I get my little fake glasses on, and we look at the comments to see our best of the week. Panthers fans haven't given me diddly poo, so get in there, Panthers fans. Shout us out in the comments. We will shout you out. This game was rough, man. Bryce was really growing on me. He did toward the end of last year. I like the clutch ability. I like the fact that against the Packers, 13-13 in an ugly game, he's smiling as he goes out on the field and then makes plays to win the game. But yikes, man. Let's just start with just the first drive. There's a first drive. They're moving down the field. It's 3rd and 9. He throws a pick. Now, the pick gets overturned because it ends up being a roughing the passer. But it's just like, dude, what are we doing, Bryce? But the fact was that the Saints, let's keep going. They end up actually scoring a touchdown on that drive, go up 7-0. Then, yeah, I counted them right. I had to double check my notes. 4 straight 3-and-outs after that point. 4. So they just stopped moving the ball. They are ineffective running it now. The Saints are like, all right, remember the plan. And you hear them talking about the announcement. They're like, they are going to make Bryce Young throw the ball. Yikes. Not what you want to hear. That they're making your quarterback throw the football, loading the box so you can't run, not even trying to disguise it or hide it. They're just like, all right, throw the ball. And he couldn't do it. And he during that stretch, he got sacked on a couple 3rd downs. There were some instant pressures. It's not like he had great protection. But your quarterback, you got to be able to get something to happen. And it's the Saints. The Saints are 24th in pass defense and 27th in points allowed. You got to be able to move the ball. He just was missing passes all game. Now, they did have a tough situation. 3rd and 7. Wild. They actually, I mean, this whole sequence was crazy. But 3rd and 7, missed the pass. They go for a field goal. The field goal gets blocked. I didn't see how. Watching the condensed version, I didn't see how. But they end up getting the ball back. Somehow, I think it got returned to the first down marker, or they recovered it past first down marker, something. So they get the ball back, and then Bryce and Jimmy Horn have a misconnection. I think it's more on Horn, but still fumble and the 15, and that's a play. They run that play a lot. That's one of the best plays, the best ways to get Horn the ball and some space, and just a terrible outcome. But still, 2nd and 5. I had a Panthers fan tell me that part of the issue, one of the complaints, was that they kept running the ball and not throwing Bryce on earlier downs. Well, they had a 2nd and 5. I watched it, and Bryce just threw a terrible pick. He's trying to throw it to Tet again. Tet wasn't open, and he just not great. And then down 17-7, he just had no shot. He was getting blitzed up the middle. The Saints' defense is not good. They played better last week against the Bucks, I suppose, but that just was rough, man. And now I'm watching people. Everyone's like, Bryce, this is what they mean. I watched, one of my favorite shows, I will say, is First Things First. And I watched in that show, Nick Wright, he had his tears, and his tears had just Bryce's or the Panthers is needing a new quarterback. I don't want to think that, but we're going to see. I mean, you got to be able to throw the ball. Now, I think another tough thing that happened was J.C. Horn himself was just falling down. That led up 2 touchdowns. But, I mean, teams are going to be able to score 17 points on you. Like, You got to be able to hit passes. 17 for 25 for 124 and a pick is awful. Even if we don't say that what's it called, fumble was on him. And everyone who wants Dave Canales to throw the ball, I mean, he tried that last year and Bryce had to get benched. He tried it earlier this year. Wasn't working. That's why he's going to the Dowdle offense. He's got to win games. He's got to keep his job. He can't keep messing around if dude keeps making bad mistakes. And even though he's been able to, the defense and as a team, they fight through it, and then Bryce comes up clutch, that you need some games where you just look good offensively that aren't against the Cowboys. You need games where you just come out and it just looks like it's clicking a little bit. You got the offense in some flow and you win. But like he lost them this game. Passing wise, they couldn't do anything. Not a great sign against the Saints. And I mean, we'll see going forward where we are, but like, that can't happen. That was bad. We're in year 3, like, and it's just, I know it's tough, you know what I mean, if it's the Panthers, but teams are always, look, it's, if bad things keep happening, if you keep not being able to make things happen, you know what I mean, with getting to the playoffs, with winning these games, changes need to be made, and I like Dave. You know, and next up they get the Falcons. They got it. Now they have to win that game. If you beat the Saints and you lose to the Falcons, that's not the end of the world. The Falcons are talented, but now must-win game. You're on the road in Atlanta. Like you lose that game, this is suddenly kind of a disaster right now. Because then you play the 49ers, the Rams. Like, it's only going to get worse. So that's a tough situation, a tough loss for the Panthers, and Bryce just has to be better than that going forward. That's what we're all waiting for. He's a number 1 overall pick a couple of years ago, and that's what they're going to need for this team to – I don't even think they have to make the playoffs, but they need to have like 8 wins after this year and look like they're going in the right direction. And it looked like that until that performance against the Saints. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of the other videos on the site. I've created a playlist with each and every football team, and every week we will be going over those games. I'm really loving this, enjoying it, and hoping you guys are as well. Of course, like, subscribe, and if anyone wants to sponsor, we're looking for Lumia Sports Productions is looking for sponsors. Shout us out. We will shout you out during the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy.